Hi, welcome to Interaction Design session. My name is Hua-Xin Wei. I'm the program leader for the Interaction Design Specialism. Thank you for coming today. So I'm going to give you a program overview today, and for little details about like how to apply whatever, and then we have the general inquiry test that we can always ask. So I do have a focus in my hopefully under 15-minute speech here. My focus is to introduce you what interaction design is, because interaction design is not exactly an industrial sector. It's not exactly a very popular job title. So probably I think I need to introduce a little bit, and also since we have 9 different design specialisms, and probably help you distinguish what you would going to do in this program and as opposed in other programs. So first off, how many of you know what is interaction design? Put up your hands. You don't need to talk, just if you think you know. Okay, let's you. Okay, let's start from here. So I'll start from 2 examples, right? For example, in the morning, we had the introduction session for the product design, right? So on the left hand, we have a Sony speaker. Nice and cool looking, really, you can almost feel, it must feel even very nice to touch it, right? It looks very appealing. So it's a Sony wireless portable speaker. What does it do? It plays sound, it plays music. And this one have an added feature, it's waterproof, okay? On the right-hand side, another speaker, which is the Amazon smart speaker, Echo. So Echo does the same thing, it plays sound, but it has voice control. They also have a smart home hub, you can use it to turn on the lights and stuff, right? And also, it's embedded with the agent called Alexa. So you can actually talk and ask questions, right? And it help you connect to others. So both are speakers, right? So if we say a Sony portable speaker on the left, it's a traditional product, right? If you want to extend it to digital, have some intelligent function, if you want to fulfill a design like this, you would already know some knowledge from interaction designs. Next example. On the left-hand side, we have Bruce Lee exhibition at the Hong Kong Heritage Museum. This is a constant exhibition, so many of you have went. And then this one is our students from past, our former students, they create a virtual exhibition. They use metaverse technology, so they create Bruce Lee mandals. So basically here you can actually interact with some of the items inside this recreated space of old Bruce Lee home, and you can examine different details in a very different way, right? So in order to do something on the right-hand side, again, you need to have some interaction design knowledge and skills. Okay, now I'm going to blast through a few slides just to show you a wide range of design that you can make with interaction design knowledge and techniques. And all these few slides, the work are student work from our past cohorts, okay? So the first one, mobile application. So the one on the left-hand side is the mood management, kind of almost like a self-diary mobile app. So you can record your own mood and save something for yourself. Basically, it's a self-management app. On the right-hand side is a location-based app, so that when you go to a certain location, you can trigger a certain story, and then the app will play back some story with the audio clip, and then you can listen to different story happening in this location in the past, right? So this is both interaction design by students. This one is not students, this one's they show you all these products, Internet of Things, right? Smart watch, wristband, and smart speaker. These are all interactive in certain way, and you need to have interaction design knowledge to create products like this, right? So Internet of Things is another category. And then, of course, virtual reality. This is an exercise game created for COVID people. Since you cannot get out of your home, you can still play inside the virtual reality, play sword fighting with your friend. And this is fully implemented by our students. And these are the guests coming over and trying out the game. And also interactive installation. If you have some artistic ambition, right, you want to create something not just aesthetically appealing, but also interactive to immerse and engage your audience, you can also create installation like this. So this one is using projection mapping and with the goal of promoting and preserving this cultural heritage, right? And this is the, the Sito, right, the lion head. And so they use colorful mapping and try to bring people attention to the procedure, to the process of this traditional craft. Okay, those are several examples. Probably you have some idea right now, okay? And so what do we do here? I mentioned a lot of interaction here, right? So we design interaction for sure, just by the name of it. But we also need to design interfaces. So interfaces, if you look at your mobile phones, right? Your mobile app, so every screen is one interface, right? But user interface is not just limited to what's on the screen. If you're designing a smart speaker, that's also a non-screen-based interface that you need to deal with, okay? Whether it's voice control, this is one form of the interface, or it's a button, okay? That's a physical interface. And then ultimately, we design experiences. Okay, so these are the keywords, what you are going to learn. All right, so interaction design, those three things. And again, use a student work to show you what this really is called for. Okay, I'm Bar. So the reason I show this, not just because this one wins an award, right? It's just to show you this is an example actually encompassing different aspects of design as a product/system. Okay, why I say that? So it has a physical component. So it's supposed to moderate people's drinking, okay? And for the lifestyle sake. So we have this coaster that has weight sensor, so we can sense how much alcohol have you consumed. So this part is physical product. And then it has Internet of Things. It can communicate with your phone app and to kind of calculate, moderate, and send you a reminder. Probably this is the time for you to stop drinking and go home because tomorrow you have this exam. And then for the mobile app, you also need to design a series of interfaces and to achieve different tasks, right, to that the user. So this is why I put out this very simple example, but also very representative. So what are the different aspects you need to design? And quickly, what you do during your study. So I hope these few slides can set us apart from other programs. We actually emphasize a lot on user research, right? In order to design appealing, really good experience for your users, you need to understand who they are and what they need, okay? So user research, I'm sure other disciplines cover this too, but then to create user interfaces, you need to have certain skills to create a different wireframes. So this is the visual part, and also you need to embed all the tasks and all the information inside of these wireframes to basically create a UI. And then after that, we actually require you to do prototype, right? So you actually need to create some functional prototype. Maybe you just implement part of it, right? Or some of the flow, some of the steps you need to fake it. But the overall experience, you can mimic it. You can actually represent the entire experience flow and to your reviewers, examiners, fellow classmates, and any audience you have during your study, right? And after that, once you create prototype, we require you to do testing. So you need to recruit your users who test it out and tell you how good it is or not, right? So we emphasize a lot on the prototyping. And this is a typical demo day basically when you finish any studio work, you are going to have to demonstrate your work, right? Not with posters and with your prototype. So you need to deliver a presentation, you need to invite your audience to try out your prototype, right? So you need to be able to articulate your design idea, what your design does, okay? And then, moving on, so I'm sure a lot of people are caring about this. What you will do in the future, right? I'm talking about the study part. I just finished it. And after you graduate from here, this is what you're going to do. So hopefully this will make you more clear what we do, right, as interaction design program student. So down the future, UX designer it's a very popular job title right now in Hong Kong. Finally, it actually took like probably a good 10 years for UX designer to be a popular job title, which actually describe better the essence of what you do. Interface designer, right? So if they call you interface designer, chances are they probably want you to work on visual a little bit more, right? The weight shift a little bit. And we also have visual designer in some a little bit more traditional company. They still don't have a UX designer, and sometimes they recruit you as digital designer or visual designer. Actually, you do a lot of UX on the side or a combined job, right? And very few people will probably call interaction designer. And basically, you can do both UX and UI, right? And user researcher is starting to get to be seen in Hong Kong job market. They recruit, if you look at LinkedIn, some companies are recruiting user researcher because they really want to have a deeper than usual understanding of a particular user group. Maybe they want people to actually have better analysis skill, better empathy, and then they can go out to do a field study, right, and interview and collect data and analyze the market. So this is like user researcher role. A few, very few, right? At least this is quite some of our graduates are wishing for. They want to be a game designer. I have to say, we have a few students becoming a game designer, but it's very minimal. It's because of the nature of Hong Kong's gaming industry being still very tiny, right? And usually they just recruit artists more, right? But a few, okay? And then product designer. Actually, some of the UX designer are called product designer. And I emphasize, I put a digital there. So usually that sets apart from traditional product designer. Usually what they call you product designer is for digital product. And when you move on, I do have students who are at the senior level now, they become a product manager. So they go beyond the UX designer, visual designer. Product manager means they actually can control the overall direction of the target market. And so basically you go up, right? You manage the entire product. And then some of them, they go into social media industry, right? And work for them as well. And so this is the sector. So you can see I don't really have the space to list out all the companies our graduates win. So we probably already graduated at least 300 from this program, 300 graduates working in Hong Kong. So you can see the job sectors are a lot of the bigger companies there, including Cathay Pacific, AIA, and HSBC Bank, lateral PCCW. So basically all the major sectors. It doesn't have to be technical sector, like a technology sector. It could be service industry, airline, insurance, banking, finance, a lot. And of course, digital consultancy, right? So which is create interactive and digital solutions for advertising purpose or business consultancy or design consultancy. And also a lot of tech startups right now, they also have this mindset. They realize in order to sell their new product, they really need to, have some UX experts. So this is hopefully give you a more concrete idea. This slide is boring. This is what you're going to study. So you actually can find it on our website. Don't worry about it. So there's some fundamental course, interface design, information architecture, UX, and also virtual prototyping and storytelling, we do have a game design course here, right? So this is one of the main courses, and we have a bunch of studio course to get you familiarized with design process and prototyping techniques. So this is attitude-wise, this is what we need. So we really want students to come in with a balanced profile with all these 6 aspects, okay? This is from our ideal point of view. I hope you guys can have this entering us. And then I think this year is roughly the same. This is the rough timeline because some students they're really upbeat. They want to already get started. So they always ask me this question that I just put it here. So always check our website for the latest update. We might have a little bit shift. So that's my part. And then, actually, one last slide. This is our core teaching faculty member here. So there's me, Jeffrey, Jinan, and Eric. So you can see we actually have degrees from all over the world and from very different disciplines, yet they all have a very close connection to interaction and human-computer interaction. And now, I'm introducing Lily Wang. So she's a graduate from our old term, interactive media, right? So BAIM, graduated in 2021, right? And now worked for 3 years already. So I invite her to do some personal sharing. So I think this probably will be more effective than me just talking over all this information. Like share that really.
係啊，首先好多謝你學校邀請我嚟做呢個 sharing 啦，咁我係叫 Lee 嘅，咁首先介紹我自己先，咁我就而家念頭先 grad 啦，咁有6個啦，咁喺再之前咧，我係讀 HKCC advertising design，咁中間 skip 咗1年啦，咁就有3年工作經驗，而家喺個 UX/UI design。咁啦咁到底咩係interaction design 咧？其實我讀得出嚟做啲咩㗎？咁其實最主要都係講緊 user experience 同埋到底即係 interface 嘅 design 啦。咁我自己就分咗呢5類嘅，咁即係比較出面公司常見嘅嘢。咁以下都係我3年咗做嘢嘅時候一啲嘅作品啦。咁首先就係 app 啦，咁你會衣食住行你手機有嘅嘢都可以做到一個 app 啦。咁我甚至乎試過係有一個客佢係做水果批發嘅，咁佢係想 sell 佢嘅 product， 咁就喺嗰個包裝度印咗 QR code， 咁就特登整一個 app 就係去等啲人去認證咗佢嘅 size 啦。咁所以其實呢一行咧就好闊啦。你如果唔中意可能某一個特定行業嘅，你又可以轉去第二個學啲新嘅。或者你可以成為一個行業嘅 expert， 因為你好知道嗰班人係需要啲乜嘢。咁然之後就係 website 啦，咁好多公司長期嚟講想最慳錢嘅方法咧，就係做 website。咁你就要識得整一個 website 係可以 fit 到落唔同嘅 platform 嗰度。咁即係電話啊，然之後 pad 啊，然之後你嘅電腦啦。咁我哋叫做 responsive 嘅 design， 咁你哋都需要去學嘅。咁 software 啦，咁就係你個 user 可能最方便覺得個 button 應該擺喺邊度，咁我哋都要去諗清度楚啦。咁同埋係啦，就係防止啲 user 係有啲諗唔明點樣擺啊，或者有啲忽啊，咁你就要諗清楚佢哋嘅 user experience 啦。咁 game 咁呢一科都好好嘅，咁有一個 semester 你係可以選修科係揀 game 嚟讀嘅。咁你要諗佢嗰個 difficulty 係點樣啦，然之後個 gameplay 係點樣啦。如果係有一個故事咁 storytelling， 你係要諗埋個故事係要點樣去令到個 game 係行得順嘅。咁仲有就係 AR 同 VR 啦，咁都係我而家公司其中一個做緊嘅嘢啦。咁就自從 Apple 出咗Vision Pro 之後咧，其實係更加多嘅行業係諗住去做 AR、VR 嘅。咁你哋嘅 website 係有機會要諗點樣擺落 handset 啦，咁呢個都係一個 future 嘅發展啦。係啊 ，job experience， 咁呢度就最主要係講2類型嘅公司嘅。咁第一個係 vendor 嘅公司啦，咁即係好多嘅公司會有一個 ideas， 咁就會想揾你哋去做嗰個 service 啦，咁即係個 app 點樣做啦。 咁我之前就喺 Cherrypix 度做嘅，咁就做 NTR 啦、NTR Care 啦，然之後仲有佢旗下一啲商場嘅 design 咁樣等等嘅嘢。咁相對上咧 ，Red 大公司規模大啲，咁就有唔同嘅 role 咁樣，你要同類型嘅合作啦。咁你個 portfolio 相對上係會靚啲嘅，但係就會搶好多啦。咁 job duty 方面啦，有 teaching 啦，咁因為未有 UX designer 之前咧，有好多嘅 IT 同事咧，可能未必應該點講？公司未必可以好清楚話俾人哋聽，我可以 provide 到咩 service 俾你。我點樣去出到嚟嗰個效果係點樣？有 designer 就係好快咁就用一張圖就可以套入到人哋公司去一啲嘅 elements， 咁就話俾人哋聽，我出嚟個成品大概係咁樣嘅，咁所以 that's why 咁可能 designer 就用啲俾人請啦。咁你做 teaching 嘅時候就用多咗可能顏色嘅概念啦，學校學到嘅呢啲嘢，呢啲 UX 嘅 elements 啦，你就會擺喺個 teaching 嗰度嘅。咁另外就係見客啦，咁你有時候會同個客傾，即係講點解你會做咁嘅設計。咁係啊，係需要見客嘅。咁係啦，咁學校都會有一個 semester 係安排一個客俾你，咁你就需要同個客去合作，去做到佢嗰個 design。咁你都可以將呢個 experience 係將來工嘅時候可以用到。咁係啦，另外一個好重要嘅就係你出到嚟做嘢咧，你條 team 係有其他嘅 designer 喺度啦。咁有時候你要需要俾意見俾你嘅同事啦，亦都可能個同事會 challenge 你嘅 design。咁學校就係一個好好嘅地方，就係你要嘗試去俾你嘅意見俾佢哋啦。或者人哋去 challenge 你嘅時候，你就可以晒講先，你要去 understand 咁人哋係出發點喺邊度啦。咁就係 that's why 點解係要首先去學習就係 UX design 啦，特別要上做 program 嘅。咁係啦，咁同埋 Red 大公司就係搶嘅地方就係有時1個月或者3個月內你就要見到咪稿俾人哋啦，你係要 complete 晒成個 design 嘅。係啦，然之後呢個就係我而家嘅公司啦，就係間 in-house 嘅公司。咁即係其實你最主要係 serve 你嘅老細啦，你有自己一個嘅 style 啦，你係佢 fit in。嗰一個嘅公司，咁相對上就係 creative 嗰方面比較多啲，咁你要做多啲嘅 UX 嘅嘢，咁係啦，同埋你係比較可以做到你想做嘅一啲創意類嘅嘢啦，要做。係啦，咁 Poly 同我哋都好有緣可嘅公司，咁其實上年4月然之後學校Poly 都有一個6年嘅 K， 咁就係全世界第一個嘅 virtual 嘅arts virtual 嘅教室咁樣啦。咁如果你係 Poly 嘅學生，其實你都係可以去申請，就係做一啲嘅 virtual reality 嘅嘢嘅。咁 job duty 啦，咁因為 in-house 公司咧規模細啲嘅，咁可能淨係得你一個 designer。咁呢個時候咧，你就要有相對一啲嘅 experience 啦。你好難去問啲 senior 嘅意見。咁你就需要做一啲嘅user marketing 啊，然之後 YP prototype UI，然之後 user test 全部你一腳包辦嘅多數。咁係啦，咁因為in-house 嘅食，咁即係可能冇咁多錢或者係嗰啲啦。咁你係需要諗清楚你成個嘅 flow 咁樣先至去俾下一手去做。如果唔係 developer，可能就用多咗好多時間去做個 design 啦。咁同埋係啦 UI designer 咧都係要做一啲 promotion 類型嘅嘢啦。你要做 leaflet 啦，你要識字體啦，你要識 user guide 啦，因為你要可能 re-rank 個 app 所有嘅嘢都要識做啦。咁最重要嘅可能就係佢哋 part 啦，將來賺唔賺到錢㗎咁樣。係啦，咁我哋個 role 真係除咗叫 UX designer 啦，咁仲有好多 content design、body media，然之後 game designer，仲有好多其他嘅嘢嘅。咁你做到去都係多數叫 senior 啦，然之後上到就係 design manager 啦，咁就最主要管 design 類型嘅嘢啦。咁但係咧特別嘅係因為 UX designer 我哋睇晒成個嘅 flow 嘅，咁係即係對客又好，然之後中間所有嘢啦，你係可以考一個 cert 叫做 Scrum Product Owner。咁就係一個類似 PM 類型嘅一個 role 嚟嘅。咁其實就撇開咗 design 呢個類型啦，你哋可以考慮下，就係可以做一個 product owner 嘅角色啦。係啦，點樣 prepare 個 interview？ 首先就係揀一個好嘅題目啦。你 interview 嘅時候得15分鐘，你點樣用15分鐘去感動你哋嗰個 in 你嗰個人啦？你就要揀一個係真係同 user 有，即係真係佢需要嘅一個 topic 啊。user research 你可以用一啲嘅 data 啦去 support 啦，你用一啲嘅可能會有啲新聞類型嘅嘢啦，你要去講到俾人聽，就係點解個 user 需要你呢一個嘅 product。我唔係無啦啦整任你出嚟之後嘥你時間整啊嘛。咁你要做 research 啦，你個 UI 你可以係咩 platform 會用啊，佢個 style 啦。咁細路可能中意鮮豔啲嘅顏色嘅，但係大人唔係㗎嘛。咁你要講清楚就係點解你用呢個 style 去做呢一個嘅 UI 啦。咁同埋呢件事係點 work 啦？你未必係直俾一頁嘅 UI 佢，你可以係一個連貫嘅 UI，咁就話俾人聽你係諗住點樣做嘅。咁最後就係、其實你需要 skills 啦，就係你15分鐘內你會點樣去 present 呢一件事俾人聽咧？係等人哋即刻就知道點解你有呢一個嘅諗法。咁你係可以有一啲嘅 conference 啦，你係可以準備某啲嘅嘢啦，去幫助你去講呢一個嘅 present 嘅。係啦，最後大家可以滴底就係啦。咁你見到係一特登登就係兵馬，咁我都係覺得非常好用嘅。無論你揾 reference 啦，咁定係你要做呢個 UI 啦，到你去到揾 plugin 咧，都係兵馬嘅。而家個行業都係。咁你哋係啦，我都強烈用兵馬一個免費兵馬打手。係啦，咁就係啦，就多謝大家。咁呢個嘅 link 同埋我嘅 IG，咁係啦，就會有一啲可能日常嘅 update 咁樣。係，多謝。